So far we discussed everything for preparing for the holiday season, but many businesses also face a challenge of handling returns and restocking. So what are your practical tips for navigating that process smoothly?
Yeah, so returns is a big one. I'm glad that you brought that up. I mean, this time is all about, again, gift giving. So what comes along with that is people are giving things to other people that haven't been vetted. They don't know if they're going to like them. They don't know if they're going to use them. Yeah.
So does it fit them?
It fit them. That's a great one. Yeah, like exactly. Or if it's even going to work. Some things are just effective. I mean, hopefully not everything, but some things are, right? So, I mean, with that comes, and just even the fact that there's more influx in sales regardless, that just means there's definitely going to be a higher percentage of returns. But adding that extra factor of the fact that it's gift giving, you have even more returns that are coming into that. I mean, going back to the Boxing Day here in Canada, the reason it's called Boxing Day is because people are taking all of the things that they got on Christmas Day, and the day after they're going to the mall to return them with the boxes, hence Boxing Day.
I didn't know that was what was it called.
Yeah, that's actually where it came from, right? It's known as the Day of Returns, so we called it Boxing Day for that reason. Okay. You're unboxing, then bringing everything back with the box. To get your money back. Hopefully you got a gift receipt with it, right?
Yeah, I always get gift receipt.
Yeah, exactly, right? So it's inevitable. Returns are going to happen. So what do you do? I mean, you just have to have a streamlined return process in place before the holidays. You should have one in place year round, but it's really important that it's in place and it's working, it's functioning properly for the holiday season. It should be well documented, clear and concise, and put somewhere where you, your customers, and everyone can know where it is and what's expected of you, what's expected of them. That way there's no confusion.
Yeah, I know most stores are pretty nice. Like they have an extended period of returns for the holidays. Like usually if you buy something in December, then you have until like January.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's actually something else you can do. Extend your return policy a little more for that period of time. That would be a great thing because I mean, it takes the pressure off of you in that situation. You're not, you don't have a ton of people coming all at once trying to get the thing back. You're giving
time.
Yeah, you're giving people more time, which will inevitably probably make them space out how much they're coming back and how much it's going to really impact your business, right? And then once you have those returns back, it's all about inspecting it immediately. You need to take a look at what the product is, what shape it's in. Has it come with the original packaging? Is it unopened? All that stuff is going to dictate then what you can do with the return.
Yeah, the quality of it.
Yeah, right. So if it's unopened, you can just restock it, throw it back in your inventory, good to go, no problem, right? If it's opened, depending on the state of the box and the packaging and stuff, you might be able to sell it for like, an open box deal or something like that. If you have a really great relationship and agreement with your supplier, there's a good chance that you can even return your returns directly to the supplier for, your money back. I don't know if that's a very popular thing, but it could, I'm sure there are some situations where that happens a lot, right? So it really depends on, what the product is, what your situation is, your agreement is with your supplier and all that. That's going to kind of dictate what you do with those items that are being returned. And I mean, returns, they're terrible, obviously. They're not something that you want. You don't want things to be coming back, but you kind of have to take it as it is. And what they can actually do, there is some positive that comes from returns, right? And that's the data, going back to the data, right? It's looking at the data, like, what is being returned? What is the frequency and like how many products that you sell, of what percentage of those products were actually returned? That can tell you a lot and give you a lot of information, right? And a lot of granular information that on first glance, if you're just looking at sales data, it's not going to give you. Like for example, say you sold a ton of these headphones, right? And you thought, wow, this is great. Next year I'm gonna start stocking like twice as much of these. I had a great deal of these sales and I want to get more of that, right? But then you actually look at your returns and you realize that half of those actually came back in returns. So while you're making a lot of really great sales, is it really worth it to stock that product if half of them are being returned anyway?
It's a deeper issue. You got to check the headphones, the quality of it.
Exactly, right?
Go back to your supplier and see.
Yes, and that goes back to the clear communication is you can then take that information back to the supplier and say, hey, you supplied me with these headphones. They sold really well, but I got half of them got sent back. And here's the reasons why. Maybe they were defective. Maybe they weren't, what they intended to buy. Maybe they were advertised as being waterproof, but they weren't waterproof or something of that nature. They can kind of go back. I mean, the supplier can then take it to the manufacturer and say, hey, this was an issue. Just trickling down to the supply chain. It could kind of help everybody in that way because it can inform you. You might not want to buy that anymore. The supplier might not even want to supply it anymore. And then the manufacturer maybe doesn't want to make it anymore. or better yet, maybe they fix the issue. They fix what's wrong with it, and then they ship it in a new version of itself. Right? Hopefully that's what they do. Everyone's just like, this thing sucks, and they move on.